vlog. Can't remember what day. I'll have to mention the day. It's like 5. I just got up. I'm like nocturnalized completely. I was like, like sleeping, and then I woke up, and then I got really high. I just sat there and smoked a bunch of weed. So I think it was like 2 days since the last time I did a video, and that's because I was hooked on the project I'm doing. It's just working, working until I pass out, pretty much. Like this morning, I had a bunch of like energy drinks. Like you can see them there, I think. Anyway, my room's a mess. Yeah, I had like 3 or 4 energy drinks or something, because I did the experiment where buy 12 on Amazon, because it was for $17, because it's only like a little over a dollar, and then I got these like big ones, like tall ones too. But I was like, am I just gonna drink too many of those? And, like last night, I kind of was, but yeah. And then the sun came up, and so I opened up my blinds. I like to sleep with the blinds, like light coming in. I like sleeping because I don't need it to be dark because I'm tired. So yeah, I didn't have a shower night before last, but I had a shower tonight. This morning. This morning before I went to sleep, and then I was having a dream that bam, can't remember my dreams. Almost remember them. If I do the video instead of getting stoned, I'll remember it. Anyway, I was having interesting dreams. So I'm really like addicted. I don't think I did a video since Thanksgiving. Yeah, we had Thanksgiving, and that was like my mom went overboard, and for some reason I wasn't hungry, even though the day before the only thing I had to eat was like a tomato onion soup and like a bowl of cereal. And then that day I didn't have anything, but for some reason all I could eat was like just the plate, but not the salad or any dessert. Then we saw some show, I guess it was, my mom's watching, about with, I can't remember, sorceress women. Anyway, the girl who was in James Bond with Pierce Brosnan, the bad guy. So then came back here and was working. So I was like hooked on my site. What I'm working on now, because I'm working on Rome again, and I think it was only like a day or so that I was doing it in my vlog before I took like 2 days off. Yeah, which is exciting. I was looking at YouTube because I got on YouTube and typed in like Circus Flaminius, or no, Circus Agonalis, I think is what it was. And then I saw on YouTube like a video that I did, like a vlog, like where it's titled "Working on Circus Agonalis," and it was uploaded 2 years ago. So like the second wave of trying to Google Earth row was 2 years ago, because I remember I did it in 2 waves. Like it was a wave of like a month or something like that. And then I took a few months off, and then I came back for like a month. So like the second time was 2 years ago. So yeah, it's about time I come back to it. And I think I remember when I left the last time, telling myself maybe I could get done 3 weeks, so I'm gonna give myself until the end of the year. But now I'm starting to realize like why I bounced before, because it's like complicated. I almost did finish. There's 14 regions, Region 6, and which had some baths, and yeah, I wasn't as far through as I thought I was. I mean, I was like, I actually, when I first looked at it, I was like, this isn't like an old version, is it? So I looked at it on my other computer, and it was the same, so. But yeah, so then I got to Region 9, Circus Flaminius region, and it's the flat part north of the capital, and it has an ancient Roman. It's the most complex. It has the most like entertainment stuff, uh, circuses, and I had traced all of the stands, but I never put them at their height. And I remember that actually, that I traced them and I didn't put them at their height, and then I left. So it was a good spot to stop. It was a good spot for me to start, because I don't have to worry about all of that. That's probably what I was thinking then. But it's because none of them were three-dimensionalized. So I went to a circus, and there's lots of them. There's like 7. There's 3 half circle theaters. Theater of Pompeii, Marcellus, I think it's called, and Marcellinus, and then another one. And then there's an Odeon, which is like a smaller half circle with like 10 rows, that was on the facing the water, going around the water at the Baths of Agrippa. And then, yeah, like 3 circuses, like Agonalis, Flaminius, and then another one. So all of them with all these stands. So I started with Agonalis, and it had like 42 rows, and went up to like, I think I put it at 30 meters or something. But had to do the stairs. It was like 16 to 18 stairs. I guess they weren't all the same, but for 61 of them. So I traced them, but then yesterday I had to drag them all, the numbers of the stair, all in their own folder, so I could, batch edit the color and the height, which took forever. And then I had to do the same thing with Circus Flaminius, which was 66 stairs with 7 steps. And yeah, that's kind of how I ended this morning. And then after that, yeah, because I pretty much finished Circus Ganalis. I think there's some touch-ups I have to do, like there's a missing stair, and then there's, I think, a missing stand, but and then some of the other periphery stuff. But oh yeah, and then the ground around the stands, but in an image. And then with Flaminius, I have to do the second level, because I did the second, third level of Agonalis, where I do the floor, but I punch out a hole for the stairs. And yeah, and then on the back side, up higher up. And then yeah, and then I'll pretty much be done with that. And then it's the 3. I already did the height of the Odeon yesterday, and then it's the 3 theaters. So that's going to be interesting to see how that looks. So I Google Earth, or I Google the images of the like models people make and paintings of drawings of Theater of Pompeii, and try to make it look as similar. Yeah. But I've been happy, super happy with like how I did with the Colosseum. perfect because it's perfect. Not just looking at it distance, but inside. You go inside it. I did a tour of the entire inside of the Coliseum. I'll do a YouTube video of it one of these days. But to following along with where Adu was filming it. But yeah, that's why I'm doing it like the stairs individually so that it works close up. Because if you're walking next to it and it's just a big block of yellow, kind of takes you out of it. But if you see the stairs actually go up, it's good enough for me. Kind of like a low-res cartoon like The Simpsons or something. So, well, but then just for little stuff like that, the stairs or whatever, but I think it's, for me, just as good as like a SketchUp. But, yeah, and then I have to do the floors on those. I think I'll already put the sand in the middle, but not around the stands, like the bricks. But, yeah, Region 9 is going to be, because there's like lots of other like simple temples that I didn't even finish. I thought I did, but so that's going to be, Region 9 is going to be the one that's the most time consuming, but they all have work. So yeah, after I build all of the buildings, I could at that point like do YouTube videos of tours of them if I wanted to. But I'm going to, yeah, then I can finally go back. I want to build the thing that there's two things I'm really interested in. I really want to build the Servian Wall and then build Rome and Servian Rome because I know the population of it that year and match it and come up with a formula that I can then that make it consistent throughout the entire history of it. And consistent with the 211 Rome. So, and also draw in villages of the Bronze Age and Latium Vetus at least this one that I started. I put all of the villages from the Bronze Age in that area and the little circles that they were corresponded to in size, but I didn't trace like the walls around them and the little paths between them, and I wanted to do that. Anyway, it's kind of cold. So, yeah, I mean, when I was working on the Circus Argonauts yesterday, I was like, man, it's going to take like 2 days per venue, and that's like 7 of them, like 2 weeks just on this. But yeah, when I first looked at it, I was like, yeah, at least a week on Circus Flaminius Region 9. But, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I busted through a bunch of like 4 theaters with the stands yesterday, so making good progress. Oh yeah, I was listening to Mike Duncan History of Rome podcast like all yesterday. And then like every few hours I took some time off and watched some like interesting YouTube videos and stuff. But yeah, that's a huge podcast. It's the second time, but I just want to watch all these different like YouTube videos about Rome. I can't, or maybe I'll try to listen to some original authors too. But I wasn't all that conducive to the work that I was doing. It's easier to focus when I listen to a person talking. Oh, that's my mom. Talk to you tomorrow.